we talk for a second about how, okay, so when we were in New York for the Boxing Writers Association of America, we took a picture with Steve Farhood because we like
Barry
Steve Farhood a lot.
Dawkins.
And he was like, oh, well, I'll be down in Houston. They'll have to say hi.
Oh, you want to share this little,
Yeah,
like,
during the
okay.
fight. And I was like, okay, cool, or whatever. Okay. So then it was Charlo versus Adams. We were there sitting ringside.
And we're in the media section, and like the back row, so the fencing that separates the media section is right behind us.
Okay, and I'm the kind of person that people exchange pleasantries, but like in my life, maybe 1 out of 10 persons that says like, hey, wanna come say hi to me or whatever, really means it, right? So I don't like go out of my way to make this happen. But I'm not also gonna pretend like that didn't happen. So anyway, we're sitting there and like I've got like something, it's like right here, I guess, on my face. Like I stretch it.
Like well, it was like a zit earlier in the week, but like, and then it had bled earlier in the week. But then it didn't bleed. Like we went to the fight, everything was fine. There wasn't even a scab, and then all of a sudden I look over and he must have hit it with something, and it's like bleeding profusely.
So then I'm bleeding, and then like I take a thing out, and I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding or whatever.
I get a tissue out of my purse.
And I look back behind me, and Steve Farhood is walking towards me, like behind past me, but we lock eyes, and I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
Like, so like, what is Kelsey gonna do? Like, put his head down and
ignore Steve Farhood? So I had to be like, hey, Steve, you know, nice to meet you. I'm all bleeding. Sorry, I'm bleeding, Steve Farhood. You know, so these are the kind of interactions in my life that happen often. But basically, I feel like I'll just go through life, and by circumstance,
well,
I
the best part
constantly feel humiliated.
That,
I constantly feel humiliated.
You had a normal, like, quick, like, interaction with Steve Farhood, right? It was an exchange of, like, pleasantries, small talk. But there was no mention of the bleeding happening.
I didn't say anything about
that. No. Like, you had the exchange. Steve Farhood doesn't mention it. So that's
like, hello, Steve Farhood. My face is bleeding.
Makes it, like, the best thing ever is that, like, you know, this person that you don't get to talk to face to face
that I admire,
very often,
really, yeah,
and that you admire, and like the second time you meet them face to face and have a conversation,
I was like, of course this happens.
You're holding a tissue to your nose.
Do we have time for one more story? Or do you think it's going to go out?
I don't know.
Okay, when we were in New York for the BWAA dinner, I was pretty nervous about going in there because I had never been to one of those, and I knew a lot of people would be there that I admire and respect, and I don't know, like. Again, a lot of my life, I feel like weird things happen, and then I feel humiliated. Anyway, we're getting ready for it. Like, I get my stuff all on. I can fit in my suit, and I'm real happy about that. I shave or whatever. I'm like, oh, I didn't even cut myself. This is I'm excited about this. Put my stuff all on.
Like,
I walk out, and Rachel's like, what's on your collar? And then I look, and it's just blood. Just like seeped into my white shirt.
It's a white shirt. That was like the other thing. That was like a crisp, clean, white
and like, this is the only shirt I have. And the thing's in like 10 minutes, we're going to walk down to the thing.
Well, and the funny thing is like I had
it was dark red.
Painted my nails, so then I also can't help with like fixing the issue because I'm like, well, if I get nail polish on you, it's not going to be helpful.
Yeah.
So like I had to like vocally guide Kelsey on the best way to maybe try to resolve the situation, which did get resolved. It turns out that because it was fresh blood, that like water really quick, you could just get it out, and then just be careful not to get more blood on you. So yeah.
So anyway, I will say that although my eye is...
A former Kelsey would have been like not handled that well. Today's Kelsey accepted
things like that have happened.
That's just like the way it is. And he accepted the nose bleeding thing with Steve Farhood of like, well, yeah, I guess that just happened.
It happens to me so much that
was like the most like an admirable thing out of like both situations is that I wasn't then like, oh my gosh, I'm living with like somebody who, a monster. I could just be with my normal husband who was like pleasant to be around.
It's kind of funny. It's fine. I'm used to this stuff by now. Like today, my eye is completely red from whatever allergy stuff is going on. But I did not bleed today on camera, so I don't feel super humiliated. We do appreciate you watching our show. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, it helps the channel grow.
We definitely don't feel humiliated when you like, comment, and subscribe.
And now you know that there's a good chance that one of these days my face is going to bust out into blood somehow during the show. And you'll get to see that. If you like that stuff, it's yours.
Okay.